Well, hello, my friends. We meet again. It has been a while. Where should we begin? So, I was waiting for this day. I was waiting for someone to finally post a comment about guitar setup, my guitar collection update. So, I figured I would do that for you guys, but I figured I would also sort of show you, I guess, my whole rig, more or less. Try to show it up. All right. So, yeah, basically, this is where I record the thing. It's in the basement of the house I rent. Got all my Oilers jerseys here, Oil Kings. I also have Calgary Hitmen jerseys. I only have these, not because I like the city of Calgary, but just because they are the Bret Hart Special Edition. I got a Mountain Dew hockey jersey over there, Stone Cold jersey right there. Kurt, come pick up your fucking drum kit, buddy. Yeah, it's just the basement of my place, and then this is where I do all the work. You guys probably kind of recognize this from my background here. I sort of saw the comment, and I figured I'm just not going to clean up anything, just to show you guys what it actually looks like. So here's the rig. We'll talk about these guitars in just a second. But yeah, this is where I do most of my work. As you can see, I was just filming a video here. It is a video which you guys see next, or maybe this one will come out first. I don't know. But yeah, this is how I live, basically. Here's some nice popcorn. You know, here's my rig. Got the OBS, the Elgato camera setup. Camera I use mainly is Lumix GH5. Got Ernie Ball Beefies, if you know, you know. Key light over there. Here's my room. This is all like storage and shit in here. Talk about this stuff in a bit. Yeah, I keep all my wires and stuff organized. This is like the old kitchenette where my other buddy was living. Yeah, this is where I do all my stuff. And I guess we'll talk about my guitar rig that I have going on. So I got a PV 6505 mini head. Love it. Sounds great. 20 watts. Perfect for a little place like this. You can also attenuate it to 1 watt. Hughes and Ketter cabinet, vintage 30s. Traded an Ibanez guitar for that. Long and McQuaid. You guys absolutely greased me. Trade-in value, but I don't really care. I just wanted it gone. Fender bass amp. Doesn't work. Just kind of use it to prop that up. That is the bass amp that I use. Mason, come pick that up. And now you're probably asking, Varvis, why do you own so many guitars when you're absolutely terrible at playing guitar? I mean, that's a really good question. I don't have an answer for you. I just like buying cheap guitars, right? Pretty much every guitar besides, where is it? Mr. Zyos here. You know, I've spent like less than $500 on, including my basses too, which I'll get to. So you can find some cool guitars out there for deals. And just remember, like $500 Canadian is like, I don't know what, 350 US or something like that. So yeah, you can find deals on guitars out there, boys. You can find it. But yeah, this is the palace. This is the casa. By the way, if you show up at my house, I will kick your ass. So yeah, boys. There's the office, the basement, the basement, whatever you like to call it, the casa. I'm gonna show you guys the guitars and then the basses afterwards, and I'll play you some clips of it too. So let's start with the first one here, guys. All right, so here's the first guitar that I want to talk about here. I think it's the one that people have seen most recently. This is the new Rose Gold Chameleon Zyos from Ibanez that I, of course, went and installed new pink pickups in it. Probably the most striking feature. Yeah, really like this guitar. I have a DiMarzio Super 3 in the bridge and a Super 2 in the neck. Really like this guitar. Nice, beautiful color. I don't know if you guys can sort of see the chameleon color changing here as I move around. Really, really cool. Goes from like purple to kind of like a chameleon gray. Chameleon red, I guess. I don't know. Love the reverse headstock. Yeah, nice. This is easily the most expensive guitar that I have in my collection. Most importantly, got it for a 0% financing deal. Shout out Long and Delayed. Yes, all my guitars have their own straps. I am extra like that. I don't know, really like this guitar. Not overly enthused with the floating bridge. I'm a big hardtail guy. I really like hardtail guitars way more, but this one's pretty nice. Got the reverse headstock, the, lightning bolt inlays. Always very based. Really nicely balanced guitar too. Almost no neck dive whatsoever to speak of. I will say though, it was about $1,500 Canadian. And for that, you didn't even get locking tuners. I know it has a locking bridge, but no locking tuners. Stock Ibanez Quantum pickups. Those pickups are absolute for booty, they're shitty, terrible, they're absolute cheeks. And then you actually get the cheapo or like the mid-range Edge 02 bridge. Could have been a low pro, but you know what, man? You're not paying for the features, you're paying for the shape and how based it is. Yeah, that's the first guitar, Ibanez Zyos. 2026 model, I guess it would be. All right. I'm not gonna mic up my cab or anything like that. You'll just get the room sound. And if you're wondering, if you ever seen this on camera too, my dad used to be a drag racer, not RuPaul, back in the day, and so that's where I got that hat from. Yeah, pretty cool. Fuck, I missed it. Still haven't found the right squealy spot on this iPhone, so yeah. All right, next up we have my 1983 BC Rich Mockingbird in magenta, pink, whatever color. Yes, I know the Zyphos is sitting on the ground. This is the only guitar stand that works with the Zyphos, so it's just gonna stay on the ground. Don't worry about it. But yeah, this is easily, I think, my favorite guitar. I've recorded all the guitar parts for an upcoming album of mine that'll be coming out, and you guys will find out more about that later. But yeah, 1983. You know, the Zyphos is cool, but yeah, there's just something special about this guitar. It's like a worn pair of jeans that you've owned for a really long time. You know what I mean? And I actually haven't owned this guitar for that long. I think I paid, how much did I pay for this? I think I paid, it was not, okay, so I paid $900 for this guitar and a Warlock, a red 90s Warlock. And I traded that Warlock plus $400 for that PV 6505 mini head there. So that Warlock probably worth about, you know, those mini heads here are worth about 1,000 Canadian. So essentially that Warlock was like $600. So basically I got this guitar for about $300 Canadian, which is absolute steal. Made in Japan. Oh, dude, like the neck is just so nice. Made in Japan. Absolutely beautiful. Really nice like aging on this guitar as well. The only thing that I had to do on it were the tuners were pretty much completely clapped. So I just put on some Amazon cheapo locking tuners here, and they do an absolutely incredible job. Yeah, then the neck on this guitar is just so nicely like worn in. The frets are just like hand shaved down by years and years of playing. And a little bit of checking in the finish. The only thing I did to it is I put this pink sticker on one of the pickup rings here. It kind of looks cool. I don't know, I might take it off. You know, cool knobs. Doesn't have all the crazy BC Rich knobs there. I love the grit and grime of this guitar. Yes, it has another one of these straps here. These are by far my favorite straps. They're like $20 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, this Mockingbird 1983, made in Japan Mockingbird. It's easily by far my favorite guitar. And I thought I would hate the painted neck, but I actually love this neck too. It's so, like, it's pretty thick, like pretty baseball batty, but I don't know, feels really nice, and just my hand slides around on it nicely. Yeah, 1983 BC Rich Mockingbird. All right, the Mockingbird here is like neck dives like crazy. It's heavy. It's kind of uncomfortable to stand and play, but there's just something special about this guitar. It like makes you work to play it. It's like if you get something for free, you don't really appreciate it. Sort of what's going on with the Mockingbird here too. It's just like a little bit difficult to play, but just has like a swagger to it. You know? Woo! Sheesh, sounds good. see, such a good tuning, man. Love this guitar. It just sounds so good. No stealing my riffs. Okay, so this one here is the only guitar I've actually gotten for free. Enya sent this guitar to me. Shout out Enya. Thank you for sending this. There'll be a video about this guitar coming out soon, maybe before this. I don't know. I'm going to be playing this guitar outside in the woods at night. Does black metal sound better played in the woods at night at winter? It's just been like way too cold. Like it's been like minus 15 overnight for like the last 2 weeks, and that's just too cold for me to go play guitar outside. I'm already bad enough as it is. I don't need to freeze my fingers off. But yeah, this guitar is really cool because you can play it unplugged. So if you just push this button here, it turns on. I won't, you know, I'll show you a little bit demo of it later, but. So yeah, you can play it unplugged, quote unquote, but with, you know, your own sounds, I guess. And you can still plug it in to a regular amp as well. USB charge, which is pretty cool. Nice long battery life. When they asked me what guitar I wanted, I just told them, send me the most ostentatious, garish color scheme ever. And they got this cool, like pink, like Varvis pink, kind of dragon color looking thing on it too. A little bit of graffiti. Pretty cool. And honestly, this guitar, it's made out of carbon fiber, some sort of carbon fiber composite material. And I gotta say, quite enjoy this guitar. Even if I did get it for free, I actually really enjoy this guitar. It's nice, like, to just be able to sit on your couch and play. Like, I know I could bring my laptop out upstairs and plug it in and whatever, but it's just really convenient just be able to sit, you know, sit on the guitar, sit on the couch and just play like distorted guitar riffs or whatever. Really like this nice like flat paint job on the neck. The neck feels really nice. One thing I also really like about this, 0 fret. Pretty rare. You don't really see 0 frets, but it really helps set the action, especially on a carbon fiber neck, which really isn't going to move that much at all. You don't really need to adjust that all that often. Could have locking tuners on it, but you know, I'm just being a little bit butthurt at this point. I did get it for free. Yeah, nice Varvis pink color. Again, same Amazon strap. I really like these guys. Are the best. Yeah, this guitar plays pretty good, and the pickups sound pretty good. Played through the 6505, which we'll talk about after. Yeah. Enya Inspire, great guitar actually. Really like this one. All right, yeah, so here is the Enya Inspire. I'll play for you guys the non-plugged in version. So let's just turn it on here. I think I have this tuned to E flat right now. But you can also just plug it in as well. So let me do that. Yeah, pretty nice guitar. I really like. It's very balanced. Like there's like no neck dive at all. I also like the sound of the neck pickup. Sounds really good actually. All right, so next up here we have my 1988 BC Rich Outlaw Gunslinger. Now the serial number on the back says 88, and I know there are a lot of variations in the serial number, so this could be like 88, 87, 89, anywhere kind of in those things. I believe this would be, I don't know exactly my BC Rich history, but either just before or right after the Class Axe acquisition in the late 80s there. But yeah, really cool guitar. I love this crackle finish on it. Just looks so like hellish and diabolical. Kind of like a 3D effect on the crackles too underneath it, which I think is really cool. DiMarzio X2N in the bridge there. Gotta love it. Oh, I forgot to mention too, that has the BC Rich Mockingbird over there has the stock pickups, but the stock bridge pickup on that absolutely rips and is one of my favorite, like, of any of my guitars, even the upgraded ones. Not really sure what's going on there. Yeah, this guitar is pretty cool. I like it a lot. I got this guitar for about 900 Canadian pesos. Pretty good deal, honestly. Shout out to the guy who bought it. He had like 3 BC Rich stealths as well. So sick. But yeah, this guitar, you know, you buy it for the steez of that huge reverse headstock and the cool crackle finish. Again, this is the same strap off Amazon. These are my favorite ones. They're like wide and cloth and they don't like pull your shirt, but you still get lots of grip. Nice neck on this one too. I like the maple neck. A little bit slender, a little bit more slender than the BC Rich Mockingbird, but still pretty thick chungus. Not as thin as the Zyos neck, of course. This guitar, funny enough, one of the reasons why it was so hard to like age this guitar, and I don't know, is because the trem system here. So this is a Floyd Rose 1000, and the Floyd Rose 1000 did not exist when this guitar was made. So apparently what happened is the old trem, whatever it was, probably a Floyd Rose again, got completely worn out, and the guy had to replace the trem with a different one, add in some new stuff, and got a whole bunch of work done. This guitar plays so well. It was set up so nicely. Shout out to Shred Shed here at Edmonton. If you see this, you're the guy who set this up. You do great work, man. But yeah, this guitar is pretty based. Tone, volume. Trem works well despite it being a Floyd Rose 1000. I should say I keep basically all my guitars in D standard, God's chosen tuning, of course. But yeah, this one's sick. One of my favorite BC Riches. Never going to sell this one or the other one. Just love the way it looks, and it plays so nicely as well. That's my BC Rich Outlaw Gunslinger. There's just something so satisfying about these older BC Rich input jacks. I don't know what they are. They feel like they're made of like adamantium or something. Let's see if this thing's in tune. Kinda. Okay, bottom 3 strings are in tune anyways. Good enough. I don't know, you guys know I'm trash at guitar, right? Anyways, let me play a riff from the upcoming stuff that you're gonna hear. Man, that riff's so fucking All right, so I know you guys have seen this guitar. I played it in probably the most videos of any guitar that I've owned. I had it for a really long time. This is my Ibanez Gio. I can't, it's a Gio. Yeah, splice that Simpsons clip there.
Come on, man, move this thing. I can't, it's a Gio.
Really, really nice finish on the guitar. Like it's just a veneer finish, whatever, top cover, whatever they call it. But it still has the lightning bolt inlays. Still looks pretty cool. Put a DiMarzio X2N in the bridge. Absolutely rips. Whoever owned this guitar before me actually upgraded it with Amazon locking tuners too. Really stays in tune very well. You guys can see pretty much every guitar that doesn't have like a Floyd's floating bridge system, I just block it immediately. And the way I do that is you just loosen the spring, put coins here. This guitar has been locked in the bridge like this for, oh geez, probably like 2 years, no issues. Yeah, I really like this guitar. Nice big chunk of damage on it. I traded a Squier Jazzmaster for this thing. I just love the color for it. Another shit plank, another cheap shit plank, probably like $400 guitar with $100 worth of pickups on it. But this guitar is like, you know, old reliable. You know what I mean? It's like a good Toyota Corolla to me. Just reliable, works, looks good, plays well, riffs hard, sounds nice with the X2N. And, you know, I don't really have to worry about it getting chipped or damaged as it already is. Neck's pretty nice on this one too, I gotta say. The Gios have very much surprised me. Had a couple Gios now and always like them. Always like them. Yeah, that's the Ibanez Gio here. I know a lot of people ask about this one whenever it comes out. Yeah, really, really nice color. And pretty rare for the Gios too, as they match the headstock, which is pretty rare for Ibanez as well. Yeah, there you go, there's a Gio. All right, so yeah, then we got the Gio here, the 6-string Gio. I have this tuned to B standard currently because I was doing the crowbar video. Probably the Blackbirds or something like that. Anyways, look, I can't remember how to play that goddamn riff. Getting the raw unfiltered Varvis here. Spend a lot of time trying to play the riff strikes, and honestly, pretty shitty. Like, anyways, yeah, it sounds really good. I love the X2N in this. It's really heavy, nice weight, light guitar too. But what's another good, oh yeah, because it's kind of 7-string tune. You can also play some like Nevermore stuff, like the Hard Collector, you know. All right, so this is my other Ibanez Gio I have here. Yes, like I said, all my guitars have their own straps. I know I'm extra. Shut up. So this one I got for $150 with the paint job. The guy was actually getting deported and had to leave the country pretty quickly. So I got this one and another guitar, which I'll show you in just a few seconds. But yeah, he did a pretty good job. He did the John Petrucci paint job from Dream Theater here. It did a decent job. It's pretty nice, a little bit rough, but you know, that's okay. I don't mind it. It's a cheapo 7-string after all. I put in DiMarzio Evos, I think those are. Oh, dude, I can't remember. It was a while ago. DiMarzio Evos, nice white color, matches it. Put a white strap on it to really sort of embrace the effect. This guitar is very nice. I've owned 2 Ibanez Gio 7-strings, and this one was just like way nicer for whatever reason. The neck felt way better. It's heavier. I don't know what like wood they used on these things. Like, I got no clue, but this guitar rips pretty good. I do enjoy it. I do like it. I'm just not a big 7-string guy. I much prefer 6-string guitars, but yeah, this one's still pretty nice, and you know, kind of unique look with the paint job on it there too. Sounds pretty nice with the DiMarzios. Yeah, Ibanez Gio, another one, 2 of those. All right, okay, so this is a mid-2000s Hamer ST style. I'm not really sure what it is. Anyways, this is the guitar I got the same time as the 7-string. So I bought both these guitars and actually paid 150 Canadian pesos for this one as well. This isn't a paint job. His daughter, actually the guy's daughter, actually put these polka dots on it. I just decided to leave it because I thought it looked really cool. Yeah, I really like the polka dots. It's a nice look. Don't play this one all that often. Not the biggest fan of the pickups on it here. Neck's pretty nice too, but this is basically just sort of like the BC Rich Gunslinger sort of thing, right? Same neck. Neck feels very similar, maple fretboard and all that good stuff. But yeah, pretty cool guitar, and for 150 bucks, man, I can't complain about this. I keep this one tuned to E standard. It's sort of like my E standard guitar out of all the ones. But yeah, really nice guitar for 150 bucks. I can't complain about this one at all. Yeah, not bad. All right, last functional electric guitar for the moment here. This is a Yamaha RGX 312, made famous by Justin Bieber recently. He was playing one of these on the stage. This one was given to me when I was, maybe 16 by my uncle. Rest in peace, Dallas. Thank you for sending this to me. Not the biggest fan of this guitar. Pickups are pretty weak sounding, and it's mostly just sits in a case because I don't really want to damage it or lose it or anything like that. But yeah, pretty cool guitar. I do like the headstock. Honestly, I'm just like not the biggest fan of gloss black instruments. They're just fingerprint magnets. And I'm a greasy guy, if you know what I mean. But yeah, pretty nice guitar, pretty decent. The floating trem in this is just absolutely just terrible, so it's blocked immediately. But yeah, Yamaha RGX 312. All right, I also have 2 broken 7 strings in here. One is an Ibanez cheapo 7 string that I painted way back in the day. Brandon, come pick it up if you want. And another is a black Jackson JS whatever series 7 string that I broke off one of the tuning pegs. If anybody wants to trade those and you're in Edmonton, Brandon, come pick yours up, but I'll give the Jackson to somebody for a flat of Diet Coke. How about that? And I'll even sign up for you. All right, boys. Okay, so this is my Yamaha Classical. This is like this a Yamaha C21 or something like that. I got this used from the Canadian equivalent of Guitar Center for like $125. Honestly, I walked in and I couldn't pass up the deal. Honestly, really nice guitar. I like it. It sounds like a classical, plays like a classical. I gotta say, I'm not sure if it's just like the cheap ones here, but the fretboard is like exceptionally wide. Like I don't have any Phil McKnight measurement tools or anything like that, but it's exceptionally wide and exceptionally flat. Maybe that's like a feature of classical. But yeah, really nice classical guitar. Of course, using it to try to learn some Metallica, classical parts. You know the vibes, boys. And then last guitar, I play this one in a lot of videos too. This is an Ibanez Tallman Acoustic. I think I paid $325 used from this one too. Really dirty. Haven't touched this one in a while. Sounds pretty nice. I do like the blue color. It doesn't give it a unique look. Kind of has the offset, kind of like a Jazzmaster, kind of Telecaster kind of shape to it, kind of Acoustasonic. Yeah, really nice guitar. Sounds nice. Nice and cheap. Can't complain about that. Yeah, nice guitar. Built-in tuner and stuff on it. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Ibanez Tallman. So there we go, guys. That's all my guitars, and we'll move on to the basses in just a second. But if I were to, try to calculate all the money that I spent on all these guitars, it's probably maybe like $3,000 for all what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different guitars. Wait, 9, 10 different guitars. So deals can be found out there, and you don't need like a classic made in the USA Gibson or anything like that to play guitar, to learn guitar and stuff like that. Yeah, all right, let's move on to the basses now. Okay, so this is the first bass I'm going to talk about here. This is Ibanez RGB 300 or RGB 300. Got this guitar for $200. Sorry, bass. Got this bass for $200, including a new set of strings, including a stand, including a strap. Crazy deal on that one. When I got it, I'll splice some pictures, but it was really kind of scuffed and haggard looking. So I ended up just resurfacing and painting it. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, they painted it a gay color. Just shut the hell up, bro. No one gives a fuck. Go listen to Pantera in your basement by yourself. Just shut up. Love this bass. Big fan, again, of the lightning bolt inlays. Probably my favorite inlays of all time. Really like it. I chose like a matte paint finish. Came out really well. If I were to redo it, I probably would go for a gloss, but maybe I'll do that in the summer when it gets a little bit warmer out. It was a little bit too cold to be spray painting outside still. So, had to do a little bit of runs, a little bit more sanding than I needed to. But yeah, really nice bass. Haven't really had a chance to play this that much. I play bass and sing in another band. That's where I really get my practice in. But yeah, we'll be testing it out. But yeah, $200 for this thing. $50 worth of spray paint and clear coat and sanding and stuff. And there you go. Got a almost brand new looking bass here. Love it. All right, here's the next one. This is a Roadstar. So this is an Ibanez Roadstar bass from, I believe, 1984 is where I found it on the catalog. This is probably my favorite instrument to play next to the BC Rich Mockingbird. Both 80s guitars, both made in Japan. Both have been played a lot, and so the necks are just so comfortable and so broken in. I know that's sort of like a meme people say when they do relic guitars, I guess, but there is something to be said about a guitar that has been played a lot, right? When you're playing it, right, your hand is slightly abrasive. It sort of sands down the sides of the neck, and man, this guitar is this bass just plays so nice. One of my favorites. I play this all the time with my band, so it's super dirty, but sounds really nice, sounds very thick and heavy, and just a nice playing guitar. Love this old Ibanez headstock too. So cool, like the little, this looks better, like the little tip. Almost looks like, You know, like one of those pointy shoes. You know what I mean? I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture. Yeah, another painted neck that just goes, oh, hi, Freya. Oh, there's Freya. There's a Freya dog. There's a Freya. Hi, Freya. Freya came down to say hi. She heard I was talking to myself down here. But yeah, one of my favorite guitars, basses, whatever. I paid about $400 for this one, too. Crazy deal for Ibanez Roadstar bass in such great condition. Like, there's no real chips or marks on this thing at all. Yeah, one of my favorite instruments for sure. And again, only $400, guys. Like, I don't know if this guy like stole it or whatever it was, or you know, he's kicking out his roommate. But yeah, crazy deal for this one. Got a strap and a case with it as well. One of my favorites of all time. Love this bass. Cannot say enough nice things about these old Roadstars. Oh, good itch. Good itch. Hi, Frey. Hi. How's it, Freya? Oh, hi. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, Frey. So you want those little scritches? Okay, next bass. Okay, so this thing here, I made a whole video on this, but this is like a 1985 Hondo Sting bass. Really, really cool. Great color, great interesting thing. Oh, sorry, don't mind that cache there. I do snow removal on the side. And oh, also, hint, hint, wink, wink. That's an upcoming video idea here. But yeah, Hondo the Sting bass. So this is like a short scale bass too. I believe it's about 32 inches. Just look at the shape of this thing, guys. Like, I made a whole video on it. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, really, really cool looking bass. Plays really well, actually. Another case of like something in the 80s being well loved and feels nice. But it's hard to play in the winter as this thing is neck through. So I find any sort of variation in temperature just really, really throws the tuning out of whack. And it's short scale. You know, when we're playing in D standard, right, drop C. Yeah, it just doesn't stay in tune very well is my only big qualm with this. One of the funniest things that I liked about this guitar is like headless technology and bridges. Obviously, were like a new thing. So it's like, yeah, let's just move the tuning pegs to the back and just screw them on like that. Yeah, really nice guitar. I think I paid 400 Canadian doll hairs for this one as well. Oh, hi, Freya. Are you checking out this thing? Yeah. Great guitar, great bass, whatever. You guys know what I mean. Another one with a 0 fret too. Yeah, one of my favorites. Like I said, I made a whole video on this one, so I'll link that down below. All right, one more for this one, I swear, guys. So this is a 1980s Yamaha or 1990s RBX 300. So like another Yamaha RB series. But this one is actually fretless. They did not come fretless, so this must have been a custom job. But yeah, totally fretless, retains the lines, which is good for a noob like me who needs my intonation worked on. This bass sounds really nice. We got P-style pickups. When I got it, though, I had to put on new knobs and get the wiring redone. It was all kind of fucked up, but really nice shape to this guitar. The neck is really nice. I just really suck at playing fretless. Otherwise, I would play this a lot more. I got this guitar, this bass, you guys know what I mean, this bass for 300 Canadian dollars too. I think people were just sort of weary of like the custom fretless job, but don't clip that. Feels nice to me. Feels nice to me. I don't know, yeah. Love this guitar. Oh my God. You guys know what I mean. I keep saying guitar bass, but yeah, nice nice bass. Plays well. Okay, boys. Last but not least, we have Ibanez SR blah 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 blah. Who cares? Number, model number here, bass. This one is interesting. Obviously, it's a 5-string. Not a big fan of 5 strings, but gotta say, very, very thin body. The neck is pretty flat, and I almost like a little bit thicker of a neck for 5 strings. And if you look, silver body, like flame maple kind of head there. The neck was replaced on this guitar. I assume the previous owner had broken it or something like that. So I got this guitar for really cheap too. I think I paid $350 for this bass. This is the first bass I ever bought. And foolishly, I just thought I should just buy a 5-string, because who knows? Should have just bought a 4-string. Same deal with the other 7-string that I have. I like it. It plays nice. It sounds pretty good. I just don't enjoy playing 5 or 7 strings Again, I'm just too trash. Not good at it. This thing, pretty nice. Buttons are all pretty... Buttons. Knobs are all pretty loose, but they all work. You know, they work decent enough. And actually really quite like this sort of metallic silver color. I would definitely have another guitar in this. Does not show fingerprints. But yeah, there you go, guys. I'm not going to set up the real camera just to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out with me here and doing kind of like a setup guitar tour. Pretty cool. I always wanted to make one of these videos. So yeah, which one is your favorite? What should I look for next? And if you're a guitar company and want to send me any free stuff, please email me. I will take any free stuff you got. I don't know why I started talking like that. I've been Varvis. Cheers. Thanks for watching, guys.